I used to believe my family was perfect. My wife, Clara, and I had been married for over 15 years. We weren't rich or glamorous, but we had something I thought was stronger than any material thing: love. Or, at least, I thought we did. Our son, Ethan, was 17, quiet, thoughtful, the kind of boy who still said, "Love you, Dad," before bed. He'd grown so fast that sometimes I'd catch myself staring, wondering where the little boy who once followed me everywhere had gone. Life was ordinary, peaceful, until the day I discovered something that shattered everything I knew about love, loyalty, and family. It started subtly. I noticed Clara was spending more time away from home. Just running errands, she'd say, or, "Ethan needs help with his project." Ethan had started acting strange too, withdrawn, distracted, almost guilty. At first I thought it was teenage mood swings. But there was something in his eyes, something that told me he was carrying a secret too heavy for his age. One evening, I came home early from work. I expected to find Clara in the kitchen, humming like she always did. Maybe Ethan playing games in his room. Instead, the house was silent. Too silent. Then I heard voices upstairs, soft, hurried whispers. Clara's voice and Ethan's. I froze. I didn't think much of it then. Maybe they were arguing, maybe it was nothing. I brushed it off, trying to trust my family. But deep inside, a quiet unease began to take root. A few days later, Clara told me she was taking Ethan to a college interview. Something about the way she said it didn't sit right. Her voice was too rehearsed, too calm. That day, I decided to follow them. I told myself it wasn't because I didn't trust her. I just wanted to surprise them, to be part of Ethan's big day. I followed their car, keeping a safe distance. But instead of heading to any university, they drove to a small cafe on the edge of town. I parked across the street and watched them through the window. They weren't sitting like mother and son. Clara reached for his hand across the table. Tenderly, almost lovingly. Ethan looked uncomfortable, glancing around as if afraid someone might see. My heart started pounding so hard I could barely breathe. I didn't know what to think. Was this some twisted misunderstanding? Or something much darker? Then Clara leaned forward, whispered something, and kissed him. Right there. On the lips. My world collapsed in that instant. It wasn't a long kiss, but it was enough. Enough to destroy 15 years of trust. Enough to make me question everything, including my sanity. I don't remember getting out of the car. I just remember the sound of the cafe door slamming open, the way people turned to stare as I stood there, trembling, angry, broken. Clara's face went pale. Ethan's eyes widened, tears already forming. "Dad, it's not what you think," he stammered. But how could it not be? Clara tried to reach for me, her voice shaking. "Please, just listen." "Listen," I said, barely able to speak. "To what, Clara?" "To the sound of my wife kissing our son." People whispered. The entire cafe felt like it was spinning. Then the truth, the horrifying truth, came out. Clara broke down right there, confessing that Ethan wasn't biologically my son. She'd had an affair nearly 18 years ago, before she even knew she was pregnant. She had kept it a secret all this time. Ethan had recently found out by accident after seeing medical test results that didn't match mine. He confronted her, and she confessed to him too. The kiss wasn't romantic, it was desperation. She was begging him to forgive her, to keep her secret from me. But standing there, watching them cry together, it didn't matter what her intention had been. The betrayal, the years of lies, had already done their damage. The next few weeks were a blur. Clara moved out. Ethan tried to talk to me, but I couldn't face him. Not because I blamed him, but because every time I looked at him, I saw the reminder of her betrayal. Still, he was my son in every way that mattered. I had raised him, taught him how to ride a bike, helped him with homework, stayed up all night when he was sick. Blood didn't make a father, love did. But in those moments, love felt like a cruel joke. One night, I found a letter on my doorstep. It was from Ethan. He wrote, "Dad, I know you didn't choose to be my father, but I'll always choose to be your son. I'm sorry for the pain Mom caused. I'm sorry for what you saw. Please don't let her mistake erase everything we had. That letter broke me all over again, but it also opened something inside me. It's been 2 years since that day. Clara and I divorced. I don't hate her anymore, I just don't understand how someone could live with that kind of lie for so long. Ethan still visits me every weekend. Sometimes we sit in silence, sometimes we talk for hours. Slowly, we're rebuilding something real. And I've learned something I wish I never had to learn, that love isn't always pure, and truth isn't always kind. But forgiveness is what sets you free. The moment I discovered my son's love, not romantic, but real, selfless, unconditional, nothing was the same again. Because even when trust is broken, love, real love, has a way of surviving the wreckage.